Okay, for this next example, sometimes the GCF of terms is a binomial. This GCF is called a common binomial factor. Okay, you factor out a common binomial factor the way you would factor out a monomial factor. So in this case, what we can look at is we can see that they both 5 times the quantity x plus 2 plus 3x times the quantity x plus 2, they both share x plus 2. So we're going to take that as a group and right away write that as one of our factors, or our GCF. Then we're left with 5 plus 3x. So we can rewrite this then in its factored form like that. Okay, it's very similar to saying if I took 5 times 3 and I took 2 times 3, I could just take 3 out and then use that as just the whole number like we did earlier in the year. If we look at the example B, we can see that b squared plus 1 and b squared plus 1 is shared by both. So I'm going to write b squared plus 1 as my GCF. And that's what I'm going to factor out and put it on the outside. Now, I have to remember that there's no number here, so we can treat that as plus 1. And then I'm going to be left with negative 2b plus 1 as my remainder. So b squared plus 1 times negative 2b plus 1. Factored form. When I look at the next example, example C, I have z squared minus 7 inside the parentheses, and I have 2z to the third plus 1 inside the parentheses. So they don't have a common factor there. 4z plus 9, so we're just going to leave it as is. 4z times z squared minus 7 plus 9 times 2z to the third power plus 1. Try that right now and see how example 3 for number 6 through 7, 8, and 9 work out.